Yo, what is up, you guys? It's Dominator here, and I'm back with another Kanto Shiny Living Dex video. This one's actually going to be a Kanto Shiny Living Dex video, because in the last video, I said it was, and then we just didn't get a thing for Kanto. But this one's different. We're going for something. It's going to be almost guaranteed something we need for the Kanto Shiny Living Dex. We are in Viridian City in Poliwrath Leaf Green, and we are going to be using the Super Rod. It's a pretty straightforward hunt. Super Rod or just fishing in Poliwrath Leaf Green is really chill. You don't have to time it or anything. You just wait for it to get a bite, and then you hit A whenever you feel like it. And it's really convenient, really nice, and we are going to be going for specifically Poliwhirl. I will leave all the encounters on screen now. It is 40% Poliwag, 40% Poliwhirl, so 80% something we really want. And I would be so down to get a 15% Shiny Gyarados. It shows that it's red on the encounter rate right now, but in Poliwrath Leaf Green, Shiny Gyarados is like almost an orange color. It's crazy, so I would love to get one of those. So hoping, there's a lot of fishing hunts we got to do. I'm hoping at least one of them is a Gyarados, because that'd be awesome. But yeah, pretty straightforward, and if we do get a Poliwag or Poliwhirl, this will be going in for the Leaf Green Team quest, because Poliwrath is a green shiny, and it's on the Dream Team, so get excited for that. Before we begin, though, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't done so yet, and thank you guys so much for all the support so far. And let's get right into this. So, the issue with the fishing encounters, there's no sticky hold, like there's no out-of-battle effects. So, it can take a while, but it's super chill, and you just wait until all four get the encounter. And I'm going off of my longest ever shiny hunt, and I'm going off of two other really long hunts that we have done earlier, a 16,000, a 19,000, and then a 54,000. So, if you do want to check out my longest ever shiny hunt, I'll leave a card on screen now. As we're waiting to get this last encounter, see, this is what can happen. The right game's being a little difficult right now, but that's okay. It got it. And yeah, we're pretty due for a quick shiny, so hopefully this one is pretty quick. As you can see, we got a Poliwhirl, not a Poliwhirl, whatever I was trying to say. We got a Poliwhirl, a Poliwag, a Slowpoke, and another Poliwag. Slowpoke is technically the only thing I don't need for the Kanto Living Dex, but I do still need one more for a Slowking. But they are only 5%, so it's very unlikely we get one. But if we do, not the biggest deal, but, you know, not for Kanto, so it's whatever. But I'm going to cut here, and I will see you once I get a shiny. Oh, yes! Yes! My face cam was off. Okay. I've explained this many times, but I use a DSLR camera for my face cam, and fun fact about DSLR cameras, Most of them can only record 30 minutes before they automatically stop recording. And I've been recording for 1 hour and 4. I was trying to finish off this 500 before restarting the recording, so we didn't have the face cam on, of course. But, yep, we got a shiny Poliwag, man. Wow, I'm trying to do my buddy interactions in Pokemon Go, but no matter. Shiny Poliwag. This is gonna go on the Dream Team. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before, but at the beginning of the year, I did a bingo card for 2022 shiny hunting, and I put Poliwhirl on the bingo card. So we let me focus that. We wanted to get Poliwhirl. I'll show the bingo card progress on screen. I might even show the updated one with this, but we wanted Poliwhirl. In my opinion, Poliwhirl is like the most underrated shiny of all time. I think it looks insanely cool, and a lot of people don't like it because it doesn't change that much, but I think it looks amazing as a shiny. So we wanted to get Poliwhirl. I'm fishing here. I probably explained all the encounter rates before, but 40% Poliwag, 40% Poliwhirl. This is technically the third time I've lost the coin flip in terms of like a 40% encounter rate. I've done the fishing encounters for Goldeen and Seeking. I wanted Goldeen more technically, and that was 40 Goldeen, 40 Seeking. We ended up getting Seeking. In Eterna Forest and Platinum, I had 40% Weedle, 40% Kakuna. I wanted Kakuna. We got Weedle. And this one, we wanted Poliwhirl, but we got Poliwag. Yeah, but we're still going to count this. We're going to evolve it. It's going to become a Poliwrath regardless, but I'm going to count it towards getting a Poliwhirl because it's going to become a Poliwhirl at some point inevitably. The result's the same. If we had gotten Poliwhirl, we would have evolved it anyway, but, we'll take the shiny Poliwag. Let me zoom in a bit more, but there it is. Funny thing is, Poliwag's shiny looks a lot like Poliwhirl shiny in this game. But there's something about Poliwhirl that just makes it work so much better, in my opinion. And then I think it was in maybe Gen 4 or the 3D games, they changed Poliwag shiny to be a bit different. It's more of a pale blue, and Poliwhirl remains like the really bright electric blue color. So I think even though this is a really cool shiny on screen now, I think Poliwhirl's still way cooler. But I've done enough talking. Actually, I haven't even said how many encounters this was. There's been so much on my mind. This took 15,980 encounters. So we just barely got under double odds. This was so close to being my 4th double odds or more hunt in a row. We did a 19,000. We finished Safari Week with a 19,000 encounter Slowpoke. We then did 16,600 something for Shiny Kabuto for Fossil Week. Then we did 54,400 something for Shuppet, trying to get a Vulpix. And I was like, you know what? We gotta get something fast now. It took 15,980. So, I'm really hoping the next one's under odds. It's been forever since my last under odds shiny. It's been forever since my last around odds shiny. In terms of 1 in 8, 1 in 9, 2 at least. But, yeah. I'm a little disappointed we got Poliwag, but I will still take it. I think... So technically speaking, I'm just going to say everything like right now. I don't know why, but technically speaking, it would be better if I kept it as a Poliwag because, technically I could get like, if I hunt here again, I could technically get like 3 Poliwhirls in a row. And, I would still need a Poliwag. But I think if it comes down to that, if I get, say, 1 or 2 Poliwhirls in a row, I think you can do Good Rod here, and it's, like, not as likely to get something from the Poliwag line, but it is still 60%, and you cannot get Poliwhirl. So, we might do that if it comes down to it, but for now, we got shiny Poliwhirl, or Poliwag, my bad. And I'm gonna tell you, man, it's gonna be tough to evolve this one, just because I think shiny Poliwhirl is by far the coolest shiny of the entire line. Like, I will go to my grave saying how amazing of a shiny it is that no one really thinks. Hopefully I convince you. But I'm going to end up evolving into a Poliwrath. This is for my Dream Team, my Leaf Green Dream Team quest, and Poliwrath is on the team. And I'm not doing another phase here anytime soon. I'm sick of these stupid fishing encounters. They're rough, man. They were fine when I went like 3,000 and 4,000, and even going 8,000 was fine, but 16,000 is a bit much. So okay, I've been talking long enough. I'm gonna cut here. I will see you once we go to catch this thing. All right, I have returned. Funny thing is, this is my Fire Red 2, technically. It's like my fake copy of Fire Red that I got from my friend years ago that still works in every way. Funny enough, I restarted this save file in order to double hunt Bulbasaur for my Leaf Green Dream Team quest file, and it ended up getting Bulbasaur, and now it ended up getting Poliwag, and then my other Leaf Green file got the Kabuto. And so the Leaf Green Dream Team quest file has only gotten one shiny on it, and it was one Rhyhorn from Safari Week. And that's it. So that thing, like, really needs to get a shiny. But yeah, we're going to be trading this over. We're going to be evolving it. And one thing was, because I restarted the save files, I had, like, no Pokeballs on those games. So I had to trade over a bunch of the special Pokeballs from Emerald, which took forever. And I'm glad I did, because we ended up needing it. Let's send out our Smeargle. So, I don't think this can hurt itself. I'm just going to Spore it. We're going to Spore it. And then we are going to... I think... This is a tough one. I either want to do Nest Ball or Net Ball. I think Nest Ball probably goes better with Poliwrath. Net Ball would catch it easier. I don't think there's really anything else that would be cool. I might just do the Nest Ball. So let's try. I feel like I catch everything in Nest Balls, though. You know, we're going to do it. We're going to catch it in a Nest Ball. If we get a Poliwhirl later on, we'll catch it in a Net Ball. So we're going to do that. And easy catch in a Nest Ball. I gotta figure out what to nickname this thing. We gotta nickname this thing soon, too, because I'm gonna trade it over, and then I won't be able to nickname it after I trade it over. So, what should I nickname it? I feel like I have a nickname for it. I just can't think of it right now, so we're going to hit no for now. We are going to save. And I am gonna guess it's gonna be Rash Nature. That's a nature I, like, never guess. Alright, we got Relaxed Smeargle, Docile Pidgeot, Modest Venusaur, Quiet Starmie. Is it the next one? I said Rash. It is a Jolly Poliwag, which I think is pretty good for Poliwrath. I don't remember if it's, like, is Poliwrath a good physical type? I mean, it's a fighting type. We'll have to see. My phone just went low battery. I don't know if that affected the quality of the video. And it has Damp, which is cool, because then I can hunt for stuff that could blow up, and we can use it for that. So that's really cool. So we got a Jolly Poliwag. So let's send this thing out into battle. We got a regular Gyarados, which, when I started this hunt, I was thinking, like, oh, you know what, if we phase with a Gyarados, if we somehow phase with a Psyduck, fantastic. Once I got about 12,000 in, I was not wanting a Gyarados or a Psyduck. I wanted to get my target or the thing that evolved into my target and just be done. So I'm glad I didn't get Gyarados. Maybe next time we try to get Gyarados. I don't know. But we got regular Gyarados and shiny Poliwag. Look at that. Let me see if I can, I'm going to have to figure out how to run from this thing. Oh, it's easy. Okay. We're going to do one more, and we are going to adjust the mic so you could potentially hear it more. This Game Boy doesn't have the best speaker, so it might not make a difference. I don't know. We'll see. All right, we got a regular Poliwhirl and shiny Poliwag. So hopefully you can hear those sparkles. I guess I'm going to cut here, and I will see you once we go to evolve this thing. All right, I am back. Hopefully everything looks fantastic. So, I was actually going to change this game over to a DS so they would have better audio, but funny thing is, I mentioned this earlier, this copy of Fire Red is actually a fake cartridge, and fake cartridges have a lot of quirks to them. A lot of them have issues with like trading or sending Pokemon up from Gen 3 to Gen 4 or just saving in general, and a lot of times they delete the save files. The only quirk that I know that this game has is that if you try to use it in a DS at all, it'll delete the save file. So I caught myself before essentially deleting this shiny Pokemon, but we have leveled it up to level 36. I named it Smush because it's going to be a Poliwrath, and I was thinking Kermit the Frog, and I thought Kermit was a bit too obvious, so I named it Smush to reference the goofy smushed face that Kermit does a lot of times that are in like a lot of memes and stuff. So we named it Smush. It's level 36. I over-leveled it because at level 37, you can get Belly Drum. I don't know if I'm going to use Belly Drum, but I figured that'd be kind of a cool move to have for it. And once it becomes Poliwrath, it can't learn Belly Drum. So you pretty much have to over-level a Poliwag or a Poliwhirl. Poliwhirl obviously won't evolve upon level up, but you have to level it up like a few levels higher. So I didn't want to do that. So we leveled it up to 36. This battle will evolve it. So let's get right into this. This is my usual grind spot. Such a good grind spot if you have a Psychic or Flying type. There's our shiny Poliwag. All we got to do is swap into Starmie. And then just destroy the rest of these. I need to get Lucky Eggs for these games because I traded over all these Pokeballs, but I never traded over Lucky Eggs. So we're using EXP share, but it works out because we have to swap battle anyway. If you use the EXP share and you switch battle, it's the same as if you have a Lucky Egg and switch battle. But if you can keep your Pokemon in the battle, the Lucky Egg is better than the EXP share. So Smush is level 37. And there we go, Belly Drum. I think we get rid of Rain Dance because Hypnosis is going to be really good. I'm probably going to swap out Water Gun for Surf. And then, other than that, I don't know. It needs that physical attack because it's Jolly Nature. I'll have to figure out what other moves I can get it. Probably some decent like TMs and whatnot. I just wanted to get Belly Drum because it's like a move you can only get from leveling up Poliwag or Poliwhirl. So we're going to quickly KO this Machamp. And here we go. Poliwag is evolving. Poliwhirl, probably, I'm going to sound like a broken record, probably the most underrated shiny of all time. I think this is my favorite shiny of the whole line. Politoed is probably a close second. But there is our shiny Poliwhirl. The camera doesn't really do it justice, and it's a lot crazier when you compare it to a normal Poliwhirl. But it's got this really cool electric blue color, and it even looks a bit cooler with the background, with the border, the blue border. Really cool. Yeah, I think the order I like this shiny line in is probably Poliwhirl, then Politoed, then Poliwrath, then Poliwag. And unfortunately, I'm going to be evolving this into a Poliwrath for the Dream Team. So Hopefully later, we don't go 15,000 or almost 16,000 for another shiny one, because I would love to have a Poliwhirl. But let's send this thing out into battle really quick. Can't really have this for too much longer. I'll have to hunt one soon, just to keep it as a Poliwhirl, because Poliwhirl is so cool as a shiny. So we got a regular Spearow and Smush the shiny Poliwhirl. It looks really cool with the back sprite, let me tell you. That back sprite looks so cool. It's a lot more noticeable of like a lighter blue in the camera on the back sprite as well. But there we go. There's our shiny Poliwhirl. Sad to see it go, but Poliwrath is still a really cool shiny. It's a really cool shiny line, in my opinion. Poliwag is, like, okay, I guess, but the rest are really cool, in my opinion. And we have a Water Stone. We don't need to level this thing up for any more moves. Let's just do this right away. Giving it the Water Stone. Sad to see Smush go from a Poliwhirl to Poliwrath, but Poliwrath's still really cool and part of the Dream Team quest, because we need the green shinies. Poliwhirl's not a green shiny, if you didn't realize that. You probably did. But here we go. This is my first time seeing shiny Poliwrath in this game. There we go. I mean, it's still really cool, I'm gonna be honest. I have only seen the sprite online. I've never seen a shiny Poliwrath in-game. It's really cool just getting new shinies you've never gotten before. So let's check this thing out as I accidentally turned my Game Boy. There is Smush, the shiny Poliwrath. It actually works. The name works pretty well because it's a green frog. It's got the Kermit reference, and with his fist, he smushes the opponents or something like that. I don't know. But it's kind of a goofy name. Smush, the shiny Poliwrath. That's still really cool. Like, I love the Poliwhirl, but this one's still really cool. I think I'm going to take the EXP share from this guy now. So going into the Kanto Shiny Living Dex as Poliwrath, we still got to get 2 more for the line, and then maybe a couple more for Politoed as well in the future. Who knows? But until then, here is a regular Ponyta and Smush the shiny Poliwrath. So that is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ring those notification bells, all that good stuff. Be sure to join the domination, and I will see you in the next video.